fragmented vocal samples loop, override, system breach. Overshots, soft hi-hats and clicks spaced unevenly like a glitch. Syncopated trap hi-hat full stars, rising white noise sweep mixed with reverse synth stabs. Losing control, sub-bass slowly creeps in with wobble effect. Snare roll accelerates, increasing tension. Fast mode engaged. Heavy distorted bass hits with unpredictable rhythmic glitches. Kick hits punch sharply, layered with sharp snare snaps. Chopped vocal glitches randomly scattered. AI buzzer. Feel like no longer stabs cut through the mix with erratic timing. Stuttery synths pulse wildly, creating chaotic energy. Corrupted cogs out, leaving glitchy ambient textures and low drones. Vocal echoes and reverse samples repeat. Crash, self-down, fading into fragmented noise. Bass now more aggressive with pitch modulation. Rapid fire hi-hats and glitch effects fill the space. Vocal chop shift between robotic and distorted screams. Lead synth line oscillates erratically, adding tension, intense rhythmic complexity with offbeat accents. Sudden drop to spot percussion and fading synths. Robotic voice fragments. Shut down. Final glitch noises taper off into silence. It slowly creeps in with wobble effect. Snare roll accelerates, increasing tension. Snare roll excessively distorted bass hits with unpredictable rhythmic glitches. Kick hits punch sharply, layered with sharp snare snaps. Chopped vocal glitches randomly scattered. AI buzzer. Killing like the light stabs cut through the mix with erratic timing. Stuttery synths pulse wildly, creating chaotic energy. Kick hits punch sharply, layered with sharp snare snaps. Chopped vocal glitches randomly scattered. AI berserk. Many like melodic stabs cut through the mix with erratic timing. Stuttery synths pulse wildly, creating chaotic energy. Corrupted clocks out, leaving glitchy ambient textures and low drones. Vocal echoes and reverse samples repeat. Crash. Pizzicato slowed down, fading into fragmented noise. Boys. Bass returns, now more aggressive with pitch modulation. Rapid fire hi-hats and glitch effects fill the space. Vocal chop shift between robotic and distorted screams. Lead synth line oscillates erratically, adding tension, intense rhythmic complexity with offbeat accents. Sudden drop to sparse percussion and fading synths. Robotic voice fragments. Shut down. Final glitch noises taper off into silence. Don't glitch, pulses mimic packet drops. Bass pulses begin subtly synced with flickering static. Come from metallic reverb trails fade into build. Firewalls lock down, black trace in the vein. Buffer flood scramble the brain. Syntax falls in a lag cascade. My data drown but code remains. Tune systems echo, tune synth steps echo. Side chain sub bass pumps under tight percussive clicks. Throttle like data lead. Seeking X hits hard. Stutter plays a tug of laser like synth lead. Dirty mid-range bass line distorts like electrical short. Drum groove minimal but slamming. Error hex reverse crashes. Ping echoes on down. Everything crashes into a glitch void. Bite crushed vocal chop solo. Ambience of a broken machine room. Distant voice. Firewall torn circuit screen. Ghost of code in a vapor stream. Beat to death, pulse is gone. Still I transmit, still I'm on. Firewall torn circuit screen. Ghost of code in a vapor stream. Beat to death, pulse is gone. Still I transmit, still I'm on. Down, lockdown, black trace in the vein. Buffer flood scramble the brain. Vocal rises in the vein. faded screen, goes of code in a vapor stream. Beat to death, the pulse is gone. Still I transmit, still I'm on. Erode to truths and sound. Gas returns with wire stereo spread. Power reverb pills twist into big crush fade. A machine gun hi-hat snap under massive sub. Lock down. Shut down, down. Hot bass returns with wire stereo spread. Paper kills twist into big crush fade. A machine gun hi-hat snap under massive sub. The world of disconnect tone. Oh, disconnect tone. He can't stop the breach. Low synth pad filters out. Vocoder whispers system. A fuzz, it's downward. And digitally crumbles. Echo of a modem disconnect tone. Fill beds, pulses mimic packet drops. Back crush vocal chop solo. Back crush vocal chop solo. Back crush vocal chop solo. Locked out black trace in the vein. Buffer flood scramble the brain. Distant robotic whisper. Initializing lockdown. With unstable. Locked out black trace in the vein. Bump crush vocal chop solo. Back crush vocal chop solo. Back crush vocal chop solo. Bang. In the vein, buffer flood scrambles. Noise fades like a corrupted radio signal. Low pass filtered and impact slowly swelling volume. Fragmented vocal samples, echoes, signal lost. Reconnect wrist, right. Light glitch clicks pan left to right, creating a ghostly stereo field. A warm sine bass rumbles faintly underneath. Says building memories. Chill step drums kick in, snappy kick. Soft clap snare, subtle side chain hi-hats. Dreamy simply plays a melancholic melody to tunes like before a digital wobble. Vocal chop motif repeats like a haunting memory. Binary. Gentle unmuted keys flutter in the background like data flickers. Bass deepens, a soft 808 sub pulsates with the kick. The lead melody distorts briefly, then resolves with reverb heavy echoes. Pitchy vital crackling later beside chain pads. Percussion. Gates like punch space restrained. Moody, echomotive, whispered vocal sample. Synth filters drop back into a lo-fi haze. Glitch clicks and reverse FX create a stuttering dream-like effect. Soft bell plucks pan back and forth in stereo. Ghostly mode, the synth layer returns warped. glitched modem FX crackling. Distant high-pitched 404 errorful. Tension building white noise. Whispered vox initializing. Cache breach imminent. Rising pitch modulation with stuttering hi-hats. Fragmented data sounds layered under rising paths. Mechanical click rhythm like hard drive heads. 3, 2, 1 voice effects. Heavy growling bass drop with glitch slices. Rhythm syncopated, broken halftime beat. Dirty snare with ring mob distortion. Bass wobbles cut with sudden data stutters. FX, system overload. Pan sweep left, right. Strip beat with vocoded glitch vox. Corruption spreading. Heavy and sub-layer grows under filtered synth lead. Sparse perks with reverse echo trail effects. More intense version of drop 1. Adds wide layer screech lid. Hi-hats go double time. Hard stop mid drop with stuttered reboot glitch. Comes back louder with low end boost. Laser fire effects and data corruption swirl. Down filtered break with deep sub throb. Cage collapsing, slowed down voltage. Glitch core synth arpeggio rises and slams into distorted bass. Potion cuts in outlay firewall fragments. 3, 2, 1 voice effects. 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 Heavy growling bass drop with glitch slices. Rhythm syncopated, broken halftime beat. Dirty tear with ring mob distortion. Bass wobbles cut with sudden data stutters. FX, system overload, pan sweep left, right, 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 right. Strip them over, pan sweep left, right. Strip beat with vocoded glitch box, corruption spreading. Ambient sub-layer grows under filtered synth lead. Burst perks and reverse echo trail effects. More intense version of drop 1. Adds wide layer screech lid. Hi-hats go double time. Corruption spreading. Hands go double toes and the stuttered reboot glitch. Sparse perks with reverse echo trail effects. More intense version of drop 1. Adds wide layer screech lid. Hi-hats go double time. Hard stop mid drop with stuttered reboot glitch. Comes back louder with low end boost. Laser fire effects and data corruption swirl. Down filtered break with deep sub throb. Cage collapsing, slowed down vocal reboot glitch. Comes back louder with low end boost. Laser fire effects and data corruption swirl. Down filtered break with deep sub throb. Cage collapsing, slowed down vocal boot glitch. Comes in arpeggio rises and slams into distorted bass. Counter break with deep sub throb. Cage collapsing, slowed down focus. Glitch core, synth arpeggio rises and slams into distorted bass. Percussant, break with deep sub throb.
Distant recent paths shimmer like ghostly signals in a broken network. Pulsing sub-bass begins subtly, like a heartbeat in the dark. Digi data echoes and reverse digital chirps create a haunted atmosphere. Fragmented robotic whispers fade in and out. Phantom, pulse, lost signal. False recursive tabs mimic electrical stars. There's like rolls and rapid hi-hat patterns on the temperature. Baseline, voice into a growling mirror from the rift, weaving between the glitch hits. Since glitches. Circle. Complex vocal action improve the atmosphere. This world is weak in filter modulations and intertonal shifts. Glitch intensifies, rapid fire hi-hats, and glitch bursts, boosts. Synth waves slowly fade, isolating ambient tones and digital static. Bass gently decays to silence the subtle reverb tails. Final whispered vocal. Fade out, fading, 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 fading. Enter soft glitch codes. Fading, edging, buried. Broken ambient textures, reverse delay tails, filtered static, pitch bend vinyl clicks, a bitch crush, piano loop glitches in and out. Background effects, CPU fan whines, data charts and reversed speech. Earthquake bells but more chaotic beats, skips the volume modulates, reverb tails cut abruptly. Kick and snare layer shift phase every 4 bars. Feels like falling behind the beat, rope a break the loop. Normal 10 seconds of drop intentionally clip, overload and stop abruptly. A looped version of the intro piano, but now lower pitched, crackling and warped. Sounds slowly melt, as if losing resolution. Bit depth reduces, pitch drags, final glitch noise fades into a near silent spectrum blur. One last vocal whisper, still looping, looping. Final 10 seconds of drop intentionally clip, overload and stop abruptly. A looped version of the intro piano, but now lower pitched, crackling and warped. Sound slowly melt, as if losing resolution. Bit depth reduces, pitch drags, final glitch noise fades into a near silent spectrum blur. One last vocal whisper, still looping, looping. Main rhythm bass hits deep detuned and stretched out in time. Glitch fills with reversed risers and heavily compressed bass swells. Fragmented riser made of chopped up snares layered with pitch ramping white noise. Final linen. Hidden collapse. Main rhythm bass hits deep detuned and stretched out in time. Glitch fills with reversed risers and heavily compressed bass swells. Fragmented riser made of chopped up snares layered with pitch ramping white noise. Final linen. Main rhythm bass hits deep detuned and stretched out in time. Glitch hop groove offbeat snares and reversed hat trails. Fragmented riser made of chopped up snares layered with pitch ramping white noise. Final linen. Main rhythm bass hits deep detuned and stretched out in time. Glitch hop groove offbeat snares and reversed hat trails. Fragmented laser made of chopped up snares layered with pitch ramping white noise. Final linen. B-shading collapse. Main rhythm bass hits deep detuned and stretched out in time. Glitch hop groove offbeat snares and reverse hat trails. Sack trails, fax layer beats, some memory of her beeps. Oscillating filter sacks, background melody 8-bit synth with a reverse drop and reverse drop causing rhythmic offset. A sudden reverse drop hash switch spins the groove backward momentary. Quick burst of audio, 1 8-second stabs of bass snare pattern silence flicker like a corrupted file. Fragmented follow, loop, loop, loop. Buffered bells but more chaotic beats sticks the volume modulates, reverb tails cut abruptly. Kicking snare layer shift phase every 4 bars. Buffered bells but more chaotic beat skips, bass pitch randomly modulates, reverb tails cut abruptly. Kick and snare layer shift phase every 4 bars. Feels like falling behind the beat. Vocal glitch becomes rhythmic. Break the loop. Final 10 seconds of drop intentionally clip, overload and stop abruptly. A looped version of the intro piano, but now lower pitched, crackling and warped. Sound slowly melt, as if losing resolution. Bit depth reduces, pitch drags. Final glitch noise fades into a near silent spectrum blur. One last vocal whisper, still looping, looping.
Think engine rap looping with analog hiss. Synth arpeggio flickers like headlights turning on.
locked within the grid. Initiate crypto drift.
Drift, drift, 808 bass glides and under neon stabs.
When the facts mimics not a live.
Vote-coded hook, delay encrypted flag, the chains alive, encrypted tight, decentralized, no break, no traces, signal bits, I leave no face. Drag through pattern kicks and tight claps, crisp hi-hats, ever whites up bass lines under every 4 bars. Skill, reverb, heavy synth leads, drum behind like neon streaks.
Bass slowly filters out.
Echoes in the boost, speed. Sorry, rhythm like effects rises, robotic foot.
Charge engaged.
Bunch of the past, distorted 808 drops.
Staggered trap step groove. Offbeat kicks.
Semblance chopped into rhythmic laser blasts.
Screech effects layered up snares. Turn it up, no throttle back.
Bass hits cut deep with wide stereo drift delay. Feels like racing through a digitized Tokyo tunnel. Road down, vocal stutter, cry, rhythm drift, drift, glitch effects, digital static and big crush scale. Empty spaces, breathing room before next verse. From heavy kick, mimics heartbeat pacing. Mirror breaks from LED, light notes flash past in crypto night. Half the code we slide again, rubber face but not the sin. Rap has now triplet bass. Melody has the nostalgic 80s video game tonal warped on the engine roar. Layers that play under vocals, alarm tones with big crush. Back bounce, whisper, load breaks to chain links. Roll rich trap, bass recharge higher, level saturated. Dude, this is a slicing binary code. Dude, that's just half pound hard. I ride the chain, I am the protocol. Synth stretch and pitch down. Digital static grows then cuts. Last vocal track lost. Faint tail of an engine and reverb. Lights out. Chopped and groove, offbeat kicks, simply shots into rhythmic laser blasts. Bridge of nice litter snares, Volter, no throttle back. With wide stereo trim delay, feels like racing through a digitized Tokyo tunnel. Hold down, vocal stutter, cry grip.
Rolled NPM paths with shimmering textures. High-pitched glossy arcs twinkle like freezing stars. Light static glitches swirl like snow in a digital storm. Sampled voice whispers. Signal fractured, entering crystalline void. Drums fade and kick snare combo with echoing claps. Rising heart wave beats slowly pitch up with rear tails. Great glitch fills and syncopation stutters, pitch crushes. Curiosity builds with layered snares, laser risers and reverse snare slam. Main bus drop. Hard wave fluid layered, crackling distortion. Side chain to a punchy kick drum, creating waves like motions. Lucky snare with digital intelligence. Almost broken machine like look at mesh like fast arms shimmer like shattered crystal bits to low bridges, cascading bursts, melody slows to cold passion, crush beats, bright static glitches, swirl in a no one digital storm, sample voice whispers, entering the crystalline void. Drums fade, kick snare combo with echoing claps, rising, wavering slowly pitch up with rear tails, bright bridge notes, echoing pitch up with rear videos, bright Signal fractured, entering the crystalline void. Drums faded, kick snare combo with echoing claps. Rising hard wave leads slowly pitch up with reverb tails. Bright glitch fills that syncopation, stutters, bit crashes and chirps. Energy builds with layered snares, laser risers, and a reverse snare slam. Main bass drop. Digipod wavelet layered with crackling distortion. Sidechain to a punchy kick drum, creating wave-like motion. Heavy snare with digital echo trails. Pushy hats, clicky action and pulls. Pulls, moving accuracy to precision. Funky hats and clicky pills. Almost broken, punchy floor bells. Clicky hats, cream. Plucky machine shrink away. Now start shiver, light shattered crystal bits. Pearls almost broken. Distortion. Sidechain to a heavy snare with digital echo trail. Clicky hats, clicky pills. Pulls, push machine like. Clicky hats and glitchy fills, almost broken machine like. Clicky hats and glitchy fills, almost broken machine like. Now start shiver like shattered crystal bits. Glitchy spinning bursts, piano percussion. Toby slows to a cold piano percussion. The edges scroll by distorting participants. Complete integrity failing. Complete integrity thickens. Almost broken machine like. Melodic, elegant, bigger, brighter, faster, synths layered with icy reverb trails and stereo glitch panning. Melody becomes more emotional, still fast, but minor key progressions. Sub-bass glides beneath, anchored and emotional. Shattering glass, short circuit zaps. Silent synths, slow down, synths, bit crush, melody plays softly, or sound still fast, but run a lighter. Maybe glitch vocals stay in and out. Synths return higher and faster than they forced them before. Rolling with time and risers the main rate. Alarms crush like with shards, drum fills every fuel bars. Go rich, deep north, with the final crash down. Till the final crash down. Melody slowly dissolves into static glass, and notes freeze and crack into silence. Final voice whisper reversed.
Thick layers of crackling static and digital noise sweep in like a brewing storm. Distant fragmented vocal samples glitch and distort. System failing, collapse imminent. Sparse metallic hits reverse synths echo in the background. Low rumbling sub-bass gently pulses under the static. Percussion kicks in with syncopated snares and glitchy hi-hats. Slicing white noise sweeps combined with harsh filter synth risers. Start glitch effects and bit crush buffalo operate phrases like Master Storm. Bass begins to grow, wobbling with distortion and modulated filters. Tension builds with a rapidly increasing tempo. Snare rolls and glitches with big rush for the software beat like it fills and drop. With a synth bass slice anthem with a crest distortion and growling mid-frequencies. That's what I'm saying with a crest distortion and growling mid-frequencies. Punchy sharp kick drums and emo cells and layers, shouts, sharp glitch and few steps and chaotic harmonic and fist bursts. Hopeless and simple and pencils and drum with energetic fills and drops. Vocal glitch snippets are chopped and screwed, adding to the dystopian chaos. The energy is raw and tense like a digital tempest tearing apart the system. Fractured signal. Everything pulls back into eerie atmospheric patterns and glitch textures. Fragmented vocal echoes swirl around, signal lost, fractured, corrupted. Slow pulsating bass drones provide a dark foundation. Mental percussion flickers with irregular glitch math. Hinting percussion flickers with irregular glitch reverse scanning digital muscles how faded out. Hinting at the aftermath. Bass returns deeper and more distorted story layered with crucial sense. More aggressive as errors as loves and layered kicks. Snares and layered glitch percussion. Synths as sound limits. Adding tension and urgency. The glitch effects accelerate creativity. Space hums like a cooling server room. Digital clicks and bitch-crushed pops pulse randomly. Low-end rumbles grow like cyberquake tension. A robotic whisper, fracture initialized, drive engaged. Reverse glitch riser builds with stuttering static. Charge live like high sim stabs rhythmically slicing. Check, snare pattern built under fast digital effects. Data jerks, bass wobble pieces the drop. Fox glitch repeats. Fracture, drive, fracture, drive. Massive rhythm drop, metallic syncopated bass hits like collapsing steel walls. Killer hits every fourth bar with the accent. Bass lawsuits with brush tails, pitch bend growls. Intermittent stop start glitches reframe the beat. Rapid brain textures of motor interference effects like tearing metal. Digital shards scatter sound like glass made of code breaking. Clean lead synth plays a tense cyber melody. Mid-bass rumbles return distorted like a cracked signal. Heavier sub-layer added under the rhythm pattern. Laser cut bass line with sharper transient edges. Vox snippet, irreversible glitch fills between phrases. Suppressive and angular. Rhythm switches to polymetric swing briefly. BPM slow slightly with warp filter fade. Glitchy ambient pass swirl. Fractured code regenerating. Melodic fragment returns. Buried in bass lines. Full force. All layers combined. Bass is layered, modulated and laser carved. Robotic chants and backburst. Sounds like a digital sword fight over rhythm drop. Ends in hard stop. Complete digital silence. Faint binary glitch pulses. Ambient tone fades like power dying in a core server. Final bit crushed coin. Shut down, confirmed. Enter single glitch blip. Of rhythm drop, metallic syncopated bass hits like collapsing steel walls. Killer hits every fourth bar with glitch accents. Sawtooth, bit crushed, tails pitch bend growls. Intermittent stop start glitches freeze frame the beat. Background gray textures of modem interference like tearing metal. Digital shards scatter sound like glass made of code breaking. Clean lens synth plays a tense cyber melody. Mid-bass rumbles returned, distorted like a cracked signal. Intermittent stop start glitches freeze frame the beat. Background gritty textures of modem interference. Digital shards scatter sound like glass made of code breaking. Clean lead synth plays a tense cyber melody. Mid-bass rumbles return, distorted like a cracked signal. Heavier sub-layer added under the rhythm pattern. Laser cut bass line with sharper transient edges. Vox snippet, system breach, irreversible. Glitch fills between phrases. Aggressive and angular. Rhythm switches to polymetric swing briefly. BPM slow slightly with warp filter fade. Glitchy ambient path swirl like fractured code regenerating. Melodic fragment returns, buried in bass buzz. Full force, all layers combined. Basis layers, modulated in retrofation. BPM slow slightly with warp filter fade. Glitchy ambient path swirl like fractured code regenerating. Melodic fragment returns, buried in bass. Another common like flickering voltage in an abandoned data plant. Mechanical text, radio static and glitching pops echo softly. A layer of droning sub-rumble builds tension. Robotic voice whispers, charge destabilizing systems. Sparks and power surges crackle left to right. Electric charge effects rise, distortion increasing. Tension builds with metallic clanks and from the sweats it buzzes. Converters speed to a mechanical stop. Final warning. Detonation. Imminent. Here mechanical clock drop hits. Dirty saw bass distorting like a power drill with no concrete. Side chain from ponderous kicks. Glitch burst between phrases like voltage feedback. Not going to luck. Literally not instinct growl between. Bass returns in the air and glitch you with bit crush power surges. Synth layers growl like collapsing electric towers. Slow snare, buff pattern, bounce of factory, machine precision. Additional textures, me being charged, static choke pass. Robotic breathing noise surface. The smile of a wonder later rising in pitch. Filters sweep down, the rubble and distant clicks. Echo loading synth, tries to reboot rhythm. Sound like AI struggling to come back online. Heavy heat beam blast, layered with crashing bass beats. Intro breaks the rhythm when sun stops. Songs loaded with sudden stops. Internet silence and blackout flickers. Glitch feedback loops cut in broken machine language. Final warning. Blast. Break. Static. Intermittent power surges. Final glitch sounds like the last breaker shutting off. Ends with silence and one distant electric crackle. Power. Offline. Click. Fading static. Intermittent power surges. Final click sounds like the last breaker shutting off. Ends with silence and one distant electric crackle. Sound effects. Firewall pulse alarms and static warning beeps. Rising electric buzz like data overload. Gated cyber ambience with light stereo spread. Glitchy alarms echoing like trapped code. Rumbling flight detected. Initiating slam wave containment. Keep it still. Begins sharp and metallic. Bass wobble filters in with resonance sweeps. Digital clicks chain snare risers with firewall crackling. Textures. Fall them up. Wave, breach. You can just slam wave, but he do when it by slaps on the quarter beat. In the pulse of Bitcoin silence, followed by mech synth bunches, jumps. Shaking zero groove with ghost stabs and machine reverb. Firewall shadow samples crackling, interference burst packets. Baseline echoes into glitchy, ambient bats, vocals to the loop. Fire, fire, firewall slam. Melodic apps shiver briefly, hinting digital collapse. As I cyberbug the bass rhythm, layering more distortion and sub-growl. Just think up beta stabs with laser-like leads. Firewall silence with loop, under the mix. FX players, material brilliant thread. The copy tune deeper, full frequency crush. Rhythm system that scatter across the 330. As with firewall sound exploding, is the silence. Only could be static, and broken synth course remain. Language bubble filters in with voice resonance sweeps. Darkness. Diesel leg. Flanks up above the darkness. System offline. Crackling. Top rhythm bass hits with layered percussive lasers. Sub drops to tune deeper, full frequency crush. Rhythm shifts in halftime, glitch fills at 3:30. Ends with firewall sound exploding into silence. Only glitchy static and broken synth chords remain. Digital echo fades into darkness. Final soft voice. System offline. Firewall slime. TI digital static bursts with glitching bits of corrupted code. Dissonant synth plucks stutter rapidly like a malfunctioning circuit. Sparto's irregular hi-hats tap in unpredictable patterns. Deep sub-bass hums quietly, hinting at rising energy. Whisper robotic vocal.
Error system compromise.
Percussion layers intensified with rolling snares and trap-style hi-hats. Synth glitch in and out with rapid fire pitch bends. White noise sweeps in reverse, vocal chops build tension. Vendetta, 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 vendetta. Bass starts wobbling with rhythmic distortion. Aggressive bass drops with heavy distortion and growling mid-range. Complex glitch percussion patterns interlock with punchy kicks and snares. Lead synth lines slice sharply with bits crush textures. Vocal chops scatter unpredictably like shards of corrupted data. Reboot, revolt, rage. Energy surges with fast-paced rhythmic edits and chop glitches. Beat cuts out, leaving eerie atmospheric pads and filtered glitch effects. Droning sub-bass lingers with modulated filters. Sparse glitch clicks and reversed vocal snippets echo faintly, whispered phrase.
System failure. Shutting down.
Bass returns heavier and more distorted with aggressive wobble. Bass fades into a low rumble as percussion dies away. Lost robotic whisper fades out. Silence. Vendetta, 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 vendetta. Vendetta, 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 da, 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 vendetta, vendetta. Bass starts wobbling with rhythmic distortion. Aggressive wobble, aggressive wobble, aggressive wobble, aggressive wobble. Aggressive bass drops with heavy distortion and growling mid-range. Complex glitch percussion patterns interlock with punchy kicks and snares, and gravity distortion and growling mid-range. And growling mid-range. Vendetta, 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 vendetta. Silence.
Bass fades into a low rumble as percussion dies away. Last robotic whisper fades out.
End of line. Silence. 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 Vendetta. Silence. Glitch crackle FX retroactively, a pitch down voice loops, system breach overrun. Trap hi-hats are lightly clicky, skipping like corrupted data. Glitchy synth stabs tease in stereo space. 808s begin pulsing under a rising glitch vocal loop. Stutter risers build tension, time stretch, reverse, repitch. CPU error beeps, buzzing distortion, then silence. Heavy 808 bass shots with a crackling glitch snare. Twisted track beat with offbeat skips and breakneck fills. Distorted licks, sensitive corrupted solid glitched mid-render. FX. Crush vocal chops stutter unpredictably. White noise sweeps and circuit zaps fill space. He pulls back from melodic up twitches like malfunctioning hardware. Ambient glitch layers and chopped vox. Trap, trap, trap. Second drop gets more chaotic, drums chop tighter and the verse steps. Bass lines distorted, gated sidechain to book and clock ticks. A glitch more aggressively. At times tempo seems to trip, mimicking a system crash. Flags a warp alarm screams faintly in the background. Melodic glitch theme returns, slowed vocal sample stretched and reversed, forming a haunted trap motif. Electrical noise surges build underweights. One-shot effects like static bursts, fried modem noise. Track fades with tape hiss, low 808 tail. Final glitch voids erupt, eruptive valve terminated. Ends on a broken audio pop. Ends on a broken audio pop. Rapid keyboard click sounds, distant modem, widescreen 444 alerts in reverse. Glitched out paths, like a web page crashing melody. Nazi broken synth stabs resembling pop-ups when the digits roll up in the background. Connection stable, redirecting to chaos. Percussion builds, trap hi-hat rolls, rapid class layers with browser scroll clicks. Melody intensifies, dropping synth stutter erratically like buggy high bubbling. Click, 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 boom, main drop elements. Hyper glitch leads and firing in stuttered bursts. Slowly bass lines fills it with trap snares and massive kicks. Scrolling bushes, taps which sounds used rhythmically. Stop phrasing like blood lines, creating tension with every measure. Melodic fragments drift into a quietness, surfing out the outer verse. Catalog effects we back in. How can I feel hyper buzzed? You've entered the habit zone. Rebuilds and explodes harder. Late synth becomes aggressively syncopated, almost dubstep style. Trap hats and snares go double time, making it feel hyper fast. Filtered fills mimic hyperlink loading and crashing. Half tempo section with chop vocal chops. Head pulses and glitch sweeps that on left right. Raw web trigger, dancing compromise. All elements layered and chaotic. Laser sharp track beats, layer glitch with stop class snares. Rapid hyperlink effects fire in every bar. Like clicking 100 pop-ups at once. Loud, messy, addictive. Sounds degrade into slow motion clicks and scrolling echoes. Final hyperlink click echoes into silence. Last line from a distorted voice. Session expired. Main drop elements, hyperglitch leads in firing and studded bursts. Growly bass lines pulsing with trap snares and massive kicks. FX, scrolling mushes, tap switching sounds used rhythmically. Quick stop, start phrasing on red line, creating tension with every measure. Mixing melodic fragments drifted to a quiet net, surfing ambiance, reverse cache load effects sweep back in. Robotic whisper, you've entered the havoc zone. Rebuilds and explodes harder. Late synth becomes aggressively syncopated, almost dubstep style. Trap hats and snares go double time, making it feel hyper fast. Filtered fills mimic hyperlink loading and crashing. Half tempo section with chop vocal chops. Static pulses and glitch sweeps pan hard left right. Low way triggered, dancing compromised. All elements layered and chaotic. Laser sharp trap leads, layer glitch with stomp clap snares. Rapid hyperlink effects fire in every bar. Like clicking 100 pop-ups at once. Loud, messy, addictive. Sounds degrade into slow motion clicks and scrolling echoes. Final hyperlink click echoes into silence. Last line from a distorted voice. Session expired. Pulsing sub-bass, slow electric crackles and beeping up links.
Visualizing encore system, hostile rampage mode engaged.
Robotic voice whispers chopped up by high-pass filters. Metallic hits echo in stereo, reverb heavy. Stutter hi-hats and synth uplifts start climbing. The line silent like lead modulates upwards. Bass swells underneath like charging plasma. I'll surge maximum load. Kick snare combo returns the urgency. Bass explodes with deep distorted walls and staccato growls. Sidechain leads tab over every fourth kick. Lips fills the minute cut. Charged reverb tails chop vocals. Rampage. Sub-bass LFOs grinding half-step patterns. Wing pad emerges with the public cheat synth sparkle. Robotic spoken phrase layered under data integrity breached. Encore is unstable. Filter sweep builds toward next drop. Heavy having the slow distorted space layer remains synth. You with layer and kick stare double kicks added synth breakpoints stutter and wow stereo delay. Breakdown scream crush bass plus syncopated kick roll synth melody distorted. Get it down to review on the terror long beating with the EDM. Reverse symbols and uplifter riser. All out chaos speaker space plus syncopated kick rolls. Synth melody distorted echo shattered into fragments. Final rampage photo hits stretched and torn. Running sub fades into silence.
one final voice line.
Rampage sequence complete. Encore shutting down. Sidechain lead stab over every fourth kick. Glitch fills intercut. Bit crushed reverb tails. Shot vocals. Sub-bass LFOs grind in half-step patterns. Clean pad emerges with upbeat synth sparkle. Robotic spoken phrase layered under. Data integrity breached. Ion core is unstable. Filter sweep builds toward next drop. 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 Heavier than before, destroyer. Heavier than before, destroyer. Beat this layer over main synth. Never over, never in and perfect kicks, there purple kicks added. It's added placed, but artillery breaks. Auto instantly added. Synth breakpoints stuttering while stereo delay. Breakdown screen, crit, corral, crop page threshold. Track collapses into white noise, static, and data glitch effects. Tempo warps momentarily on 58 and on 50 BPM. Reverse cymbals and uplifter riser. All out chaos. Big crushed bass, plus syncopated kick rolls. Synth melody distorted. Echoes shattered into fragments. Final. Rampage. Vocal hits stretched and torn. Trailing sub fades into silence. One final voice line.
Rampage sequence complete. Encore shutting down.
Encore shutting down. Drop collapses into white noise. Static and data glitch effects. Tempo lifts momentarily like a PPA with a 50 BPM. Final rampage. Brutal cymbals and uplifter riser. All out chaos. It crushed baits into silence. One final voice line.
Rampage sequence complete. Encore shutting down.
Frequency halt like a reactor booting up. Gradual fade in of hydraulic hiss, metallic groans and servo squeals. Sparseless metallic drum hits echo in deep space, slowly increasing tempo. Distorted robotic voice glitching, systems purge, initiated, gradual fade in of hydraulic hiss, metallic groans and servo squeals. Sparse metallic drum hits echo in deep space, slowly increasing tempo. Distorted robotic voice glitching, systems purge, initiated, throbbing industrial bass impulses in slow rhythm. Metallic snares and piston percussion layer on top. Siren-like risers blend with robotic growls. Synth screech ramping into feedback loop. Throbbing industrial bass impulses in slow rhythm. Metallic snares and piston percussion layer on top. Siren-like risers blend with robotic growls. Synth screech ramping into feedback loop. Synth voice loop. Synth screech ramping into feedback loop. Synth screech ramping into feedback loop. Throbbing industrial bass impulses in slow rhythm. Metallic snares and piston percussion layer on top. Siren-like risers blend with robotic growls. Synth screech ramping into feedback loop. Synth screech ramping. Massive distorted bass rips like iron plates scraping, kicking heavy industrial sounding with mechanical click layers. Snare thick, clang like metallic bursts. Background of house, robotic blurs.
Melancholy synth and slowly fading.
Whisper box. Lost and go, no way to go. Brings the overflow. Heartbeat sinks with neon skies. Eyes on the line.
eyes, paralyzed. Trappy creeps in with lo-fi perks. Our pistons begin to rise. Bad swells I chain to snare. Can you hear me from the other side? Fast hi-hats build tension. Override now. Bungee kick heavy sub bass. Watch the turbulence gliding in. Syncopated rhythm vocal jump effects. Quarantine stairs with bit crush. Silence and only a distant pad. Glitch heartbeat effects. Whispered phrase they deliver. Stuck inside this glowing maze. Every line of code betrays. Echoes lit from memory cores. I don't know who I was before. Deeper vocal processing, almost AI-like. New sims counter melody. Head in background. Trap hats and perks built rapidly. Elite melody reintroduced with stronger filter. Filter for public glitch. Heavier bass then drop one. Singer rhythm with silence. Extra wide zero for panic. These things with neon skies. Unalive but power keys. Then with lo-fi through the reach time. Drops of piano keys echo and reverb. Poppers soft and distant. I remember light, noise, silence. Bad swells I chain to snare. Can you hear me from the other side? Bungee kick, heavy sub bass. Lush the tune is gliding in. Syncopated rhythm, vocal chop effects. Quarantine stairs with bit crush. Silence, only a distant pad. Lush piano keys echo and reverb. Auto-tuned voice soft and distant. I remember lies, noise, silence. Cuts the final build. Can you hear from me? That's trauma. All effects fade into a final heart descent. Stay on quarantine now. He kick heavy sub bass. The beats gliding in syncopated rhythm. Quarantine stairs with bit crush. Silence and only a distant pad. Heartbeat effects, they deliver. Vocal jump effects. Quarantine doors stuck no. Oh no, who I was before. Deeper vocal processing, almost AI-like. New synth counter melody added. Stuck inside this glowing maze. At the upper of the trees. Echoes like from memory cores. I don't know who I was before. Deeper vocal processing, almost AI-like. New synth counter melody added in background. Trap hats and perks built rapidly. Lead melody reintroduced with stronger filter for your wall. Burn the glitch. Heavier bass then drop one. Stuttering synth rhythm with cyber sirens. Extra wide stereo panning. Bass falls out in waves, hitting harder each time. Sparse for piano keys, echo and reverb. Auto-tuned voice, soft and distant. I remember light, noise, silence. Faint static like corrupted radio signals. Filter teacher pad slowly sweeping layered with a low fidelity vocal whisper. Initiate fail protocol, transmission compromised. Slow kick pattern pulses under filtered granular textures. Intervals begin, glitching and pitch shifting upwards. Subtle hi-hats start ticking like a countdown. Rising drone, stiff modulated by range shifted noise adds tension. Final reverse vocal stuttering at combos lifted with rhythm. Every stairs made me final whirling neural sub alternating with reaver edge. Written acid boom now with much delayed delay. Initiate failed protocol, transmission compromised. Vocal check pattern lost, such a block on the lines. Crackling modem static, sweeping filter opens. Sounds echo like data packets. A robotic voice speaks. Network breach detected, launching packets for protocol. Bass hunger, shuffling hats and tiny percussive glitches fade in. Aggressive hi-hat rolls, no snare crescendos. Data sweeps, pitch up, vocal jump. Packet storm, everything cuts out for 1-2 seconds. Then, insane halftime rhythm with glitch snare accents. Some bass pulses and syncopated patterns like corrupted packet bursts. Robotic growls synthetic bass leads bounce left to right. Glitch fills every 4 bars.
Drums hit through with double kicks and triplet ghost snares. Distorts into digital noise, fragmented melody emerges. Glossy lead on soft vocal, echoing the build games with risers, and the firewall sizzling is one per call. Bass on Gordo shut it, heavier, faster, more syncopation, detuned bass, chopped up summer rap line. Zero gate, overload, port break, fury mode, kickstep rhythm with distorted sub underneath. Visual and audio, imagine packets being shredded. Bass, all drums glitch in the 16th notes, then time stretch slows them down. Sub-bass distorts like an amp overheating. Robotic chant bells, packet stored, initiated, full collapse. Quick 3-count silence, massive riser. The signature lead melody comes in layered with Morse clutched harmonics. Kicks here, kicks harder than before. Sounds of routers powering down. System failure alarms in background. Fast arrows snap like gunfire. All elements swallowed by a bass vacuum. Filtered static and distant bass fade. One final transmission from the vocal mod. Storm complete, systems offline. Ends with glitch tail and some hum fading into black.
Ends with glitch tail and sub hum fading into black.
Glitch, Valley Walk. Huckling.
Soft shines and pads rippling slowly layered with subtle glitch textures. Gentle digital water droplets and static bleeps fade in and out, creating a sense of immersion. Ambient vocal chops with a dreamy robotic timbre whisper, flow, shift, ripple. A soft sub-bass hum grows underneath. Percussion emerges, crisp claps, hi-hats with stuttered delay and glitchy snare rolls. Synthes rise in pitch, swirling like particles, accelerating through space. Rising white noise feed adds tension, vocal glitch freezes, repeat the buckle, ripple, autumn. Bass and drops with a warm, modulated lead oscillating smoothly. Bassline pulses with sidechain wobble, deep yet fluid. Layered glitch effects create sparkling rhythmic textures around the groove. Percussion grew steadily with syncopated kick and snare patterns. Ambient adds and reverse synth styles go in and out, adding depth. Fract, fractured, soft and blood clicks accentuating space. Energy returns with a brighter, sharper synth lead layered over a driving bass pulse. Complex glitch rhythms fill the space with unpredictable stutters, high-frequency arches cascade and sparkle simulating data streams. Vocal chops are chopped tighter and layered with delay and reverb. Percussion intensifies with additional hi-hats and snare rolls. Synths and bass fade gradually, replaced by ambient ripple sounds and distant glitch echoes. Flow dissolve beyond, but the phrase flow falls beyond. Final synth ripple slowly drills off into silence. Bass and drops with a warm, modulated delay, oscillating. Bass synth drops with a warm modulated lead, oscillating smoothly. Bassline pulses with sidechain wobble, deep yet fluid. Layered but free, layered beyond. Final synth ripples slowly trails off into silence. Bassline pulses with sidechain wobble, deep yet fluid. Layered but free, layered but free. subwooferied.
Late hard drive noises, clicks, and digital fans. Deep ambient hum like a computer booting in a dark data bunker. Robotic voice glitching, RAM integrity compromised, initiating protocol. Distant industrial thuds like machine footsteps in the void. Distorted kick drum and under slow stopping. Layered metallic reverb and sub-pulse. Grinding bass line fades in like a tectonic plate of corrupted code shifting. Glitch fifting, glitch fills begin to fracture the rhythm. Earthquake bassline hits, some heavy guttural groove with tremor-led pitch. Wobbles, this vomits, synthesists rise and fall like collapsing code towers. Dub-style offbeat snares with metallic tails. Clanks and machine hisses between fills. Springs refills, and frame errors as sound stabs. Data overload or loud alarms, subtly layered. Tempo slows, ghostly sits, static fog. Vocal click, sample loop, sinker. Quick, physically compromised. Initiating deliver wrong, share occur. Raw time from bunker voice, filtering like the system of voice crawl. Robotic voice lasher, RAM integrity compromised. Through seismic chaos, comparative code base models collide with distorting with this tool. Blissful steps in the void. Through shit, flipped, and zip corrupted. All repercussion from sounds. Real sad sounds, whirring corrupted samples and memory blips. Robotic voice whisper, chord not minutes. Pure seismic chaos, rapid LFO base files collide with distorted industrial. You're not detectable, a wave of overtrends in fire. Bass race and delivery, echo pulses time, land click hard, shut down sound. Screen hum fades to silence. Style offbeat snares with metallic tails. Clanks and machine hisses between fills. FX, RAM, red errors, the sound stab. Seem to overload alarm, doubly layered. Tempo slows, ghostly sits, static fog. Vocal click, sample loops, faint leak. Quake, digital screech layered with a bass growl. Kick hits heavy out with extra distortion. System indigenous beating. Glitch from the fastest roller on curves. Bullshit, corrupted, as if corrupted. Repercussion drop sound. All that sounds, balance, hollow, or corrupted samples and memory blips. Robotic voice, with coaching, rapid, compromised. To get your career, closure, optimized. Initiating color posts. Groove shifts, slightly off grid, as if caught to samples, industrial pet textures. Simple voice whisper, Gordon, red, signs of chaos. Sort of rouse, close, collide with disordered industrial textures. Rhythms, glitch through a wave of overturns and sins. Fire, bass, bass, in the metro, POS, extra, vulnerable to corrupted, grounded, perform, chips, and code, and crowded away from movements, it's fine. Bass, phase, and delivery, echo pulses, fine, warrior, line, clicker, hot, shut down, sound. Screen hum fades to silence.
Warm and low pads, sugar full filter sweeps. Softer beats since pulse, floating city lights flickering in the rain. A gentle drum machine kick taps in a steady 4/4 beat there with vintage hi-hat patterns. Distant silence and city ambience fade, setting the cyberpunk mood. Whispers, rise up, reclaim, 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 reclaim. Rise up, reclaim, reclaim, reclaim. Baseline enters deep and warm with a slight distortion edge. Synth replays a hopeful driving melody with reverb and chorus effects. A custom game, complexity, snares and claps add rhythmic texture. Vocals under neon skies, shadows fight to breathe, sparks ignite the night, breaking chains unseen. Drum fills and rising synth sweeps seem to increase tension. Bass modulates, becoming more aggressive and present.
Glitch effects and stutter synths create urgency. Vocal reclaim, reclaim, reclaim the night. Rising white noise and filtered thick markers lead into the drop. And gravely blasting with bright sawtooth waves and vibrato. Bass punches hard with such pumping, driving the rhythm. Drop pattern intensifies with punchy kicks, snappy snares and rapid hi-hats. Backgrounds and layers create a lush texture. Fight back, stand tall, energy is high. Evoking a victorious uprising. Reclaim, reclaim. Percussion drops out, pads and soft synths take focus. Locus. Melody simplifies into a reflective melancholic phrase. Melancholic phrase. Ambient sea sounds, distant thunder, rain blend with subtle synth drones. Draw the line, never yield, never yield, never yield, never yield. Synth richer, stronger, with added harmonics and arpeggiations. Bass and drums slowly drop out, leaving soft punching accents. Drums regain full intensity, layered with additional percussion elements. Hold the line, never yield. Under neon sky, shadows fight to breathe. Sparks ignite the night, the night. Bass and drums slowly drop out, leaving soft pudgy accents. Last vocal sample calm and clear, the city breathes anew. Reclaim, reclaim the night. Reclaim, reclaim the night. Reclaim, reclaim the night. Reclaim, reclaim the night. Reclaim, reclaim the night.
Rising, white noise and filtered synth rises lead into the drop.
Full synth gravely blasting with bright sawtooth waves and vibrato. Bass punches hard with fetching, pumping, driving the rhythm. Drum pattern intensifies with punchy kicks, snappy snares and rapid hi-hats. Background synth layers create a lush textured. Fight back, stand tall, energy is high. Evoking a victorious uprising. Reclaim, reclaim the night. Rising white noise and filtered synth rises lead into the drop. Full synth gravely blasting with bright sawtooth waves and vibrato. Bass punches hard with sidechain pumping, driving the rhythm. The pattern intensifies with punchy kicks, snappy snares and rapid hi-hats. Fight back, stand tall, energy is high. Evoking a victorious uprising. Rising, 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 rising.
Atmosphere opens with a cold, low drones and digital static. A female synthetic voice mutters, initializing terminal surge critical. So bass rumbles in the distance, deep and wide like tectonic motion. Glitch reverberate paths swell slowly in the background. Dark electropercutials fade in with flickering tempo. Metallic links eraser swells, cells build texture. Bass pulse fists start to quake, slow and ominous. A distorted voice, power elements, power over the imminent. Then silence, only one ticking synth tone remains. Baseline surge activated. Massive sustained sub-shock bass punches drop on every bar. Beat, halftime kick and snare combo with harder laser hats. Main baseline, the lanes glow in the distant, deep and wide like tectonic motion. Just a heartbeat like pulse, robotic breathing effect. Ambient crackle grows into a glitch storm. Surge intensifies, baseline now gated and modulated with sharp attack. Suitably reverted tails echo into infinite space. Percussion includes reversed, snare filled, and downsampled cloud glitches. Pulsing lasers and granular thrill glitches. Pulsing lasers and granular sweeps. Brief melodic dissonance over a deep throb. They collapses into static. All sounds sucked into a high-pitched vortex. Robotic voice returns. System integrity 0%. Countdown begins with modulated risers. Full on surge chaos. The sign fused with distorted sense. No space left. Kick hits like machine last terminal, offline voice sample glitches into silence. And with a soft powered down hum. Feels like a machine vomiting power, a kind of virtual syndrome, the measures, and neutralizing terminal surge pre-return, the mobile surge critical, sub-bass, almost in the distance, deep and wide like tectonic motion, glitch reverberating mass to lower, turbine phase glide mounted, modulated with sharp attack, distorted rumbles in the distance, deep and wide whirling motion, a break echo and distorted reverb tails echoing to infinite space, percussion includes reversed snare fills and down-sampled clap glitches, pulsing lasers and granular sweeps to bring melodic dissonance over the deep throb. It collapses into static, all sounds sucked into a high-pitched vortex. Robotic voice returns. System integrity is 0%. Countdown begins with modulated risers. Full-on surge chaos. Baseline fused with distorted synths, no space left.
Like an engine idling in cyberspace.
Unauthorized access, signal integrity compromised.
Creeping glitch synth swells with distortion. Subtle ground bass begins to rise from the background. Snare build up with bit crush static. Lead synth flickers like broken firewall code. Robotic vocal, Trojan. And massive distorted bass drop. Pretty bass drags runs across the low end. K-samplers like infected heartbeat. Cells modulate wildly, like they're fighting control. Black circuit sparks, warning sirens, screen glitches. Protocol line, overwritten. Stripped down section with ambient glitch noise. Melody tries to re-stabilize with echo pad. Coded whisper, I am no longer under control. Creeping glitch synth swells with distortion. Bass pulses inside chain surges. Data blip percussion fills every 2 bars. As your hi-hat rolls, serial effects stay with machine gun snares. Vocal rising, system purging. Error, new bass pattern, jagged sounds, more rapid fire. High pitch glitch hits, slice between bass punches. Melody shrieks and more ambience filled practice. Final vocal line looped in distortion. Trojan active. All drums vanish. Lo-fi ambient pad like corrupted memory. Faint ticking clock. Vocal glitch loops echo. And free melody tries to return, but cuts out again and again. Little drums vanish. Bass drop. But clench your goodbye. One reverb tail, final sound, one subsystem click. Silence. I Tailplate. Dust drop, opponent cyphers. System click. Silence. Circuit spark. Final sound, one subsystem. One soft system click. Silence. Bass drops out. Feed static. Robotic voice. Goodbye. Final sound. One soft system click. Silence. Bass slice between bass punches. Face of black, sour jack. Remains face, stuttered vocal
collide, power colliding. Binary words, voltage rise, my code distorts the old AI dies. Glitch, beat under glitching sense. It's the violence. Bass pulses inside chain surges. Data blip percussion fills every 2 bars. That's the hi-hat rolls, there is that slayer is with no machine gun snares. Localizing system, purging error. Localizing system, purging error. Trojan active, purging active. Trojan active. Trojan active. Trojan